Play action now. Mariota. Looking for Ray, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
On play action, Mariota quickly into the hands of Waller. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
7-yard line.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47.
Ball carrier. The tackle made by Cameron Wake. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
And the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Got a man, it's the rookie Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
27 on the
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
throw over the middle, taken in. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now Jones. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
2nd and 7. Now Mariota. This will be called Tyrell Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now if they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. KJ Hamler returning it. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 32.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Carrier. Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
He was brought
Well,
down.
if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Mariota to throw it. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. To throw is Mariota. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown.
Daniel Carlson on.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Corey Littleton. in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock. That'll be caught by the rookie, K.J. Hamler. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The throw complete here to Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now Mariota, flush to his right. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
He's miles away and smiling.
And happy. One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Lock. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lock. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. See, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Raiders 29.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hamler now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
30-yard line.
Second and 10. On play action, Lock. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. KJ Hamler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Now Lock. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
the turnover. Here's Locke. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Mariota rolling to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
It's a gain of 6.
Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He'll buy some time right, and he's going to keep it. Locke, he lost the football. It's out, and the Raiders pick it up. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Mariota, and he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, Mariota. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
J.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
From the 25 on second down. Locke, this is the tight end fan. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Another run by Lindsey, and he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Denver.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now to the air, Locke. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Demarius Randall, and they will set up sharp at their own 41-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down and 4, Mariota, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
First down, Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mariota. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Brown with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That is now 7. 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
At the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Locke working out of the gun. Forced out to his left. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
10 at the 27-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Jacobs now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The ball carrier.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And 9.
Here's Mariota. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. 4th down, Mariota. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Back-to-back 2-yard line.